Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In the previous video, we have learned about how to delete a particular file or folder using the rm command. Now in this video, we will learn how we can move the file. That means how we can move the files from one location to another location using the command line. So for moving the files from one location to another location, so we use the command called as an mv command. So move command we will be using it. So let's try to see the manual for this move command. So here if you try to see, so moves and also it renames the files. I will try to show you the renaming thing also. So mv command is used to move file from one location to another location, and also it can be used for renaming the files also. We'll try to see both the things, how we can do it using this move command. And here you will be able to see the description: rename source to destination or move source to the directory. And here are some of the options that are available. So you can able to see these all the options. And now let's try to see. So here, for example, let's say that we are on the test folder, right? So let's move on to the, for example, let's say that I'm in the desktop. So here we are having these are all the files we are available. So let's try to create a mkdir cleanup. So I want to clean up my desktop. So I have created a cleanup desktop. Now if I try to see the ls, so now what I want to do it is, I want to move this file3.txt file to the cleanup folder. So let's try to move it. For this one, what we need to do is mv command, and first we need to give the source file. So that is nothing but file3. What I want to move? So I want to move this file3.txt. And what I can do is, for example, let's say that not file3. So let's try to move the dummy file. Okay, so this is also one file, right? I want to move this dummy file to where I need to move it, to the cleanup. So just we can move it. So now if I press enter, automatically the file has been moved. If you see the cleanup command, the cleanup folder, so you'll be able to see the dummy folder is present in the dummy file is present in the cleanup folder. And if you try to see the ls, the dummy file has been removed and it is there in the cleanup folder. So fine. So not only the single file using the move command, we can also move the multiple files also. So here, for example, let's say that I want to move this file2.txt and also the file3.txt to the cleanup folder. So how can I move this one? So just you can use the move command. So what is the thing I want to move it? File2.txt and file3.txt. So these three files, you can mention it like this space, multiple files, or how many multiple files are there. So those many multiple files you can mention it. And at the last you can mention the destination. So I want to move it to the cleanup. So press enter. Automatically those two files is moved to the. So here if you try to see the ls, so there is no file2 and also file3. And if you try to see that same thing in the cleanup, so you will be able to see that those three files are present in the cleanup. So this is how we will be moving the files from one location to the another location. So not only the files, we can also move the folders also. So let's say that I am having the test folder, or otherwise let's say the to-dos folder is there. Okay, the to-dos folder is there. So let's try to see what are the data that is available in the to-dos. So the to-dos folder is not empty. Already it has some files, that is list and also a shopping list.txt file. So I want to move this completely to-dos folder to the cleanup folder. So what can I do? So here I can mention the to-dos and I want to move it to the cleanup. That's it. So now when you press enter, automatically the to-dos folder has been moved. Now if you try to see here, the to-dos folder is not present. And if I try to see the ls in the cleanup, so you will be able to see that to-dos folder is existing in the cleanup folder. So like this, we can move one file from one location to another location. Let's say that I want to move this test and image.jpg and website also to the cleanup, means I can also mention the different varieties of files also. We can move it. So you can't think that I need to mention only multiple files or multiple folders. You can also mention the combination of files and the folder also. For example, let's say that I want to move image1.jpg and the test folder and also the website, okay, to the cleanup. That's it. So now it will be automatically moved. So now if you try to see the ls, so there is only cleanup and also the animals. Now if I try to show you the things that is present, so directly you can be able to see. So this is how we can move the files or the folders using the move command. So not only like this, let's say that I moved into the cleanup okay, or otherwise I am not there in the cleanup. So we can also move in such a way that move cleanup. So it should be file2.txt. okay, I need to move it to the home page. Okay, let's say that tilde home page. Okay, so if I try to move it to the home page, means that is nothing but home/test user. If I press enter, automatically that file will be moved to the home page. So for example, let's say that cd tilde icon, if I try to show you, so here you will be able to see that file2.txt has been moved to my home location. So like this also you can move it. So sitting wherever you are there, so you can mention the absolute path or the relative path, and you can move the files from one place to another place. So in the same scenario, you are in the home page. Now what I want to do it is, I want to move this file2.txt by renaming this one. I need to rename it and I need to place it in the cleanup. So that means what I can do is, I need to move this file2.txt, but it should be placed in the desktop. So that means homepage/desktop and the cleanup folder, and it should be named with file2 rename.txt. so like this it needs to be placed. So now if I press enter, automatically if I try to see here, the ls in the ls the file has been moved, and if you try to check in the ls, let's move to the desktop, and if you try to see the cleanup folder, and here you will be able to see that file2-rename.txt has been moved with the naming convention. So now you need to understand that, so both we can move the files, or also we can rename the file, so in the same place. For example, let's say that I want to rename the file same in the same location, means then what I can do is, so move file2-rename.txt. okay, so we are on the cd cleanup. So let's say that I am in the cleanup folder. So I want to rename this, let's say that I want to rename this file2-rename.txt to the file2.txt only. So that means what I can do, we can rename file2.txt to file2. That's it. So automatically this will be renamed. So here see, the file has been renamed. So like this, in the same location also you can mention it to rename that file. So this is how, by using the move command, so we can change the, what I want to say is, we can move the files and also we can rename the files. In the same scenario, what you can do it is, you can use the copy command also. For example, let's say that I want to use the copy command. So copy command means it will create, it will maintain the copy of that one, and it will try to replicate the same folder. For example, let's say that I am in the ls, right? So cleanup is there. So for example, let's say that touch x, I have created one file and I want to create the copy of this one. So copy x source to the y. So now if you try to see here ls, and y has been created, so that means from the x the file y has been created. So now I want to copy these two files and I need to place it in the cleanup. So that means what I can do is copy x and y, and I need to place in the cleanup. So now if I press enter, so automatically these x and y files has been copied into the cleanup, and here the x and y files will be placed like this only. But in the cleanup, if you try to see in the cleanup, the x and y files will be present. So you'll be able to see the x and y files. So this is how we can do it. And not only like this. So for example, let's say that I want to back up this cleanup directory, entire thing. So here I can use cp copy cleanup, and I want to use something like cleanup backup. Okay, so I want to do it, I want to copy it like this. Now it is telling that I can't copy, it is omitting the directory. Why? Because in the cleanup it is not empty and it contains all the files. So for this reason, what you can mention it is, you can mention it as an -recursive -r. All the files will be copied from the cleanup. Now if you try to see the ls, if you try to see the both the cleanup and cleanup backup, the file folders has been present, but both are one and the same only. So for example, if you try to see the cleanup, so cleanup and this one have the same files, and if you try to see the cleanup -backup means then this one also has the same files only. So that means both are copied. So in this way, the copy command we can use it to copy the files or the folders. So the move command is used to move the files. Instead of copying, it will move the files from one location to another location. And also using the mv command also we can rename the files or the folders. So this is what about the move command and also the copy command. This is both are one and the same only. And if you want to copy the folder directory, means you need to use the -r recursive, or you can use this -i interactive mode also, just like the what I have used it for this rm command. So in the same scenario we can use it. So this is all about the concept. Hope you understood about this move command and also the copy command. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.